All right, let's just jump right into it. You've probably heard that attracting a woman over 35 is, well, complicated. But what if all the usual advice, the flowers, the fancy dinners, the flattery, is just completely wrong? Today, we're cracking open a source that claims, hey, 99% of men get this wrong. And it lays out a pretty powerful psychological roadmap to what it calls a mature woman's heart.
So, this is the big question the source puts right at the center of everything. Why do the old tricks that might have worked before just fall flat now? Well, the argument is actually pretty simple. A woman in this age bracket, she has seen it all. She's experienced, she's mature, and frankly, she is so over playing superficial games. She's looking for something totally different.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The myth is that you can impress her with stuff, things you can buy or say. But the reality, according to this source, the real magic happens on a much deeper level. It's all about your confidence, your understanding of psychology, and truly getting where she is in her life. Okay, so first things first. Before we get to the how, we absolutely have to understand the why. This whole first section is about getting inside the mature mindset, which the source says is the key to, well, everything. The source introduces this really interesting idea it calls prime time. It's talking about the age range of roughly 35 to 40, and it defines this as a woman's absolute peak. And look, this isn't just about looks, it's this incredible moment where her biological drives and her psychological maturity all come together. And understanding this idea is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. Now, this is where it gets fascinating, because it breaks down that primetime mindset into two parts. On the one hand, biologically, the source claims hormonal changes are kicking in, leading to physical desires being at an all-time high. Then you've got the psychological side. She's just done with immaturity. She's not looking for a boy she has to entertain. She's looking for a man, a partner who can meet her on her level. So, once you've got that mindset down, we move on to the secrets of presence. This is all about how you show up and make that incredibly powerful first impression. And the source boils it all down to two simple but powerful actions: the confident gaze and the sincere compliment. Now, these might sound like small details, but they're presented as absolutely essential tools for building that initial, deep connection. So let's be clear about secret number one. This is not about staring, okay? It's about intense, steady, still eye contact. The source actually claims that when you look at her with this kind of depth and genuine confidence, not lust, but real interest, it can trigger the release of oxytocin, the love hormone. It's all about making her feel like she is the only person in the entire world. And then there's secret number two, which is just psychologically brilliant. The advice here is to find the very thing she might be a little insecure about, the subtle signs of her age, her maturity, and frame them as incredibly attractive. By appreciating her experience, maybe the changes in her body, you're not just giving her a compliment. You're validating her. You're turning a potential weakness into a source of power. But hey, a powerful presence is only the beginning. It's not enough to just stand there looking confident. Now we've got to move from presence to action. Here's the core idea for the third secret, and it's a big one. According to the source, a woman at this stage in her life is often juggling a ton of responsibility. At work, with her family, managing her finances, she's the boss. She's making decisions all day long, and you know what? She's tired. She is exhausted by it. So, secret number three is simple. Take charge. Instead of asking that classic, "So, what do you want to do?" you make the decision. And this isn't about being controlling, not at all. It's about giving her a sense of relief, of security. By taking the lead, you let her finally exhale, relax, and feel taken care of, which the source says is an incredibly powerful turn-on. Secret number four is all about physical touch, but, and this is the key, it's about patience. The source calls this the slow burn. The advice is to not rush things. Instead, it's about all those small, deliberate gestures that build anticipation. A light touch on her waist as you walk by, gently brushing her hair behind her ear. It's about focusing on places like the neck and shoulders, creating this deep, passionate connection long before anything else even happens. And that brings us to the final section, the ultimate key. The source literally calls this the master stroke, the one secret that all the other steps have been building up to. So, what is it? What is this fifth and final secret? The one that's supposed to tie everything together and create a bond that's basically unbreakable.
Well, the source frames it with this question. After years of living up to expectations, dealing with societal pressures, and being responsible, what is the one thing a mature woman secretly, desperately craves, but is maybe too afraid to ask for?
And there it is. The final secret is giving her complete and total freedom. It's about creating a safe, judgment-free zone where she can share her wildest, most hidden fantasies without any fear. It's about becoming the partner who doesn't just listen, but who actively encourages her and wants to explore those things with her. You see, when you put it all together, these 5 secrets aren't really about tactics or tricks. They're a roadmap, a pathway to becoming her ultimate confidant, the one person she feels so deeply connected to that she can be completely 100% herself, with no walls up. And so that leaves us with this final thought to kind of chew on. Is the advice we've just gone over a genuine guide to building a truly deep, authentic connection? Or is it just a very effective formula for psychological manipulation? That's a really interesting question, and it's definitely something worth thinking about.